back to RC, Brucey, and Board Games. You can see we're still down here in the dungeon, and I got a bolt action on the table in front of us. And today's video I'm doing, can you play bolt action solo? And the answer is yes, by these cards that I found online. All you got to do is Google them, bolt action solo cards. They come up. I downloaded them, printed them, put them together on some card stock on the back, and actually works quite well. So I'm going to give you a quick little demonstration on how this works. I'm sure there's someone out there who's into historical wargame or bolt action and can't always get someone else to play against you. This system is not absolutely flawless, but it's a lot better than not playing at all. I've actually played it 5 or 6 times now. I've added little house rules here and there, but for this card system and just getting it on the table, it works really well, guys. It's actually, out of the 5 times, it's beaten me every time. Maybe I just suck that bad. I don't think so. But anyway, this card system actually works, guys. I'm going to show you. On these cards, they have the names of the units like Forward Observer, Infantry Unit 1, Heavy Machine Gun Team, Infantry 3, Medic, Infantry 2, Tank, and so forth. They have a whole pile of cards, transports, artillery, so you can print these off. And what you do is in the one deck pile, for the units that you have on the table, you're going to have one of these cards for each one of the units, just like you would have the dice. And you would keep these down on the table. Then there's an action pile, and it has advance and run and fire, and it has all the commands that would be on the dice, such as this one. It says advance. So if you drew this card to that unit and say that we drew a unit that says tank, once we've drawn a dice, it would say you would have advance. There's no enemy units in range or line of sight. You can perform a rally or a down order instead of an advance order. So that would be the action of the other player that you're playing. So now, for instance, I have you would still use the old draw bag or blind draw bag. You would be in there, you'd pull out a dice, happen to pull out a German one. So I'd pull out a German dice, and I know that would be the other player, and I would be the Americans. I know that would be the solo player that I'm playing, or this system. So then I would pull a card. It would be the tank card. Then I would pull the action card, and it would say advance. There's no enemy unit in the range or line of sight. You can form a rally or down order instead of an advance. But I would take this one. You'd still use your common sense, like you're playing on this side, and you would obviously advance this tank. So then you would get out your tape measure, you would move the tank, and you go about your time. And then you'd put the dice down behind it, advance. Then you would go on to the other side, do your actions. Once that was done, you'd come back to the bag again, say, and then, oh, I pulled an American dice, so I would go again on the other side, and then back to the bag. We'd shuffle it around, oh, and we pulled another German. Then I would pull this. I'd be on Infantry 2, so that 1, 2, this is the infantry. I always do it left or right. I know that would be that infantry unit. Then I would pull another card, and this time it would say fire. If there is no enemy units in range or line of sight, you can perform an advance order instead of a fire order. So obviously there's no one there, so I'd advance that unit. And you go about through the round until it was done. And then once you were done, you'd pick up all the dice just like you normally would, throw them all back in. You would have all these piles in a discard pile. And you would reshuffle, shuffle them up, put them back down, you start all over again. And that would be that, and that's how you play solo. And like I said, it's worked really well several times now, and I'm quite impressed, and it's a good way to get to play bolt action if you don't have anyone else to play with. It works great. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thanks for watching RC, Brucey, and Board Games, and I'll see you all next time. Enjoy, everyone.